Okay, what other thing? You must be accompanied in front seat by an adult driver who's at least in possession. Passengers are limited to dependents and one additional passenger. Now, this is interesting. Dependent means small kid or like 10, 12 year or something, and one additional passenger accompanied by a guardian. So these are the passengers. So dependent and one additional. So if I hire, if I'm a, if I'm a girl, I hired somebody. So 21-year-old, my training instructor sitting on the front. If I have a kid, you can sit on the back, and at the most, one more person can sit on the back. Okay. With special learner permit restriction, examination permit restriction, and probationary. This becomes interesting because these are three different ones. Let me go. Special learner permit. Let me go. The special learner permit. You see, this is at least 16-year old, and this is the early bird. This is young, 17 years old. Examination permit. Examination permit. So this is special learner permit. Examination permit, which adult people would do like me. And probation driver license restriction. And probation comes in this one, which is people like me who have completed 3 months. So the probation guys, the special can limit by special permit and one additional person. Examination permit limited to dependent and one additional person, and limited to dependent and one. So this is the same for all. This is where I did wrong and failed the exam in my first time. I also failed in a lot of other stuff. I'll show you where I failed. Okay, GCL drivers under age who possess a permit or possession required to display two visible red effective decals. This under 21 who possess a permit or are required to display this see on vehicle that they operate. Once this is displayed on top left corner or on top right corner for there is no two visible red reflective decals. But I don't know why this is only one. One decal is displayed on the top left corner. The two renewable decals are provided at the time a permit is issued. Okay. Exemption to hours of rule for permit under 21 for employment or religion or something. You should know this because they asked this, otherwise already failed the exam because of this. So one decal is displayed on the top left of the rear license plate and the other on top left corner of the front. Under 21 who possess a permit are required to display two visible red on the vehicle they operate. Okay, examination permit for this. At least 17-year-old. Okay, 6-point verification. Out of state driver. Out of country. Okay, this I-20 thing. Non-driving ID, organ donation, not that important. Next of kin, not important. Not important. No, we ask commercial because we are not taking the test for commercial. Okay. Vision test, knowledge test, 50 question. This is where I failed it. Okay. Eyesight, written. 40 of the 50 question must be correct. Okay, the pledge. Stop completely. Any stop sight. I never go through a flat. I will try to keep my hand on the wheel and my mind on the road. And 5 minutes extra. Voting is not there. Under 21 years, 6 months. And we have 3 months. No test driving permitted, no test in parallel parking area. Applicant may drive a proper licensed vehicle to the road test area. However, licensed driver must remain vehicle applicant on time. Without licensed driver vehicles are common license in New Jersey or less than. If the company was licensed 3 years of experience, he must drive the vehicle on the road test area. As he does not provide vehicle, only emergency exams are tested and administered. So, like for my case, my company's motorist is another state, so he must drive the vehicle to the road test area. Elements of the road test. During the emergency examiner will write the applicant when he or she drives off. On public, the purpose of the road test is to make sure that the applicant understands the rules and safety. During the road test, you will check on this: driving in reverse, following other vehicles, near corner intersection, parallel parking, sitting properly, starting a vehicle, steering properly, stopping at signals, stopping smoothly, turning around, using the horn, yielding way of right of way. Shielding right of way, I have to ask what it is, but that should not be a problem. Okay, reason for rejection: dashboard warning, poor braking, missing seat belts, no question asked on this one. Okay, seat belt, no question asked on this one. Car seats, no. Child passenger safety, no. Airbags, there was some question. Back influence on cash, yeah, not that much. Car condition, backup lights, brake lights, headlight, on steering, tail lights, tires, windshield. Yeah, there was a question about change of address. Okay, this one was a question that whenever you move, you have to change address within 1 month for moving out of New Jersey. Motorist who is legal resident can be licensed in this state. And the other question was name change. If your current legal name is different from necessary, you must go for name change. Oh, where is name change? Let's see again. Certification, divorce, I think it was 2 weeks, but let's see. Change of name. Change. Because I think within your voting address now. And there was It's not showing here properly, but the idea was that if you get the name change, then you have like 2 weeks. We can search on Google later. Okay, that was one. Um, the address was one, and which is the other one that I was supposed to talk about? I think those are it. The name change. Driver's responsibility, 38. Buckle up the seatbelt, car seats, child passenger, less than for almost that is a forward facing child passenger restraint equipped with 5-point harness system, or personal child under the age of 40 pounds with a rear facing restraint system, airbags, car condition, brakes, horn, snow and ice. Yeah, carbon monoxide. Uh, so it was like call the 911. Don't do something on your own. Starting in parked area, you should take care of your blind stuff. Starting checklist. Idling your vehicle, hand over the steering, stopping distances, proper braking, driving signals. So this was right, this was stop, this was left, driving in reverse, turning, parking, parallel parking. Okay, so I'm searching for that thing whereas if you change a name, then what do you have to do? Cycle manual, sharing the road, defensive driving, driver safety. Where is that? Yeah, this one. That if you legally change your name, then you have to tell them 2 weeks. If you change your address, you have to change it in 1 week. That's a driver, but you're going to appropriate license. Okay. What is the appropriate state of basic session cost? Okay. Within 16 days or before the current license expire, which one is sooner? They keep saying before 60 days. How do they find out? The individuals who never had a driving license must complete their consider always for the full name. Okay, so that is it. So it's 2 weeks for name change and 1 week thing. Now the other was that if you lose your license, yeah, if you lose your license, you have to call the police. So that is interesting. I never knew that you have to call the police for that. Let me see. Lost. Report lost or stolen plates to police. Retain a copy. Okay. Okay. Plates. Okay. Okay. What about if you lose your license? License plate, of course, police. But what about if you lose your license? Report lost or stolen plate to local police. Report lost or stolen plates to local police. Most plates does not transfer the plates. Model is not plate only forgot a counterfeit license plate. Okay. So I think these license plates must have some RFID or something for which they want to do. Is there any other lose? Lose. Lose. Okay, I think that's the only lose. So I thought that it is losing your license, but it was not losing, it was losing the license plate. So that was one of it. Okay, so these were the questions. This is part two.